This is Chris, just doing a quick video while I'm out with Luna, and I'm sharing some quick thoughts on a divisive movie, I'll say, that I revisited recently just as an exercise. We're talking Zilla 98. The reason I'm calling it Zilla 98 is because they took the god out of Godzilla. Toho now uses that character and it's named Zilla, and if I call it Zilla, I can separate some of my fanboy criticisms of it. So after doing the deep dive on Godzilla, I was like, okay, you know what, I want to do this little exercise. Well, I'll just revisit this movie because I don't like this movie. See if I can get past some of the fanboy criticisms, see if there's anything good I can take away from this movie. Not gonna lie, it was a challenge. It's inspired me to live tweet the next time I watch a Godzilla movie, and I'll probably attach my reaction notes in the bottom of the video. So basically, it's still a bad movie, but I can enjoy it more now than I could before. To give credit where it's due, the first act is okay, and surprisingly the third act is really, really tight. Let's start with the stuff that, I'll be honest, the more Audrey I had in that movie, the more I hated it. I hate that character. Not trying to be mean to the actress, just the performance was really bad. And that also goes on the directors because they didn't try to get a different performance. So her character is so underwritten and so poorly written and then poorly performed that the more she's there, and she's there a lot in the second act, the more I hate the movie. There's a lot of stuff that happens that doesn't make any sense. At one point, Zilla, after beating the helicopters, just hugs a building and roars triumphantly for reasons. I guess they just wanted a cool shot, but it was pretty stupid. The breath is really annoying. They announced in a press release before the movie, our Godzilla is not going to have atomic breath. So then they just gave her this powerful gust of breath that would have gas in it or something, so if there was fire, it would ignite into fire. At that point, just give her fire breath. So that always took me out whenever we had those scenes. The second act, once they've done Godzilla escaping from the helicopters in downtown New York, the flick stops dead. It's just so boring. Any momentum that it had is gone. So then when we get to the part where they're trying to kill Godzilla again before the other team gets to the nest in the bottom of Madison Square Garden, I just didn't care. They killed, I can't do quote it here, they killed Zilla in the water, and I didn't care. I did not care, just because any caring I had for the movie got zapped the heck out. And at that point I was like, I should just turn this off. But to give credit where it's due, the third act is where they really kind of rein things in a bit. Matthew Broderick is a lot better than I remember him being in the movie. Never that I thought he was bad, but it was just a weird casting. And my joke has been like the Godzilla movie where he faced Ferris Bueller. That's not fair to Broderick. Broderick did well. He made the not great material work. His character was always right, and that's part of the thing. A lot of these characters aren't even two-note, they're one-note. They are the blandest of two-dimensional, and they get established like that first, like right off the bat in the first couple minutes of the movie, like within the first 20. But certain members of the cast were actually able to take that material, make it work better than it should, or elevate it entirely. And I'm talking in that case about Hank Azaria, who is tied for the best part of this movie, with Jean Reno, or Jean Reno, who played the main French guy, Philippe Roach. Both of those guys, it's like they knew what movie they were in, but they elevated everything. They made so many things better than it should have been. Heck, Hank made Audrey less annoying. He steals the show as his character animal. And when those two finally unite in the third act, you're like, oh my gosh, give me this spin-off. And I actually want a buddy cop movie with Hank Azaria and Jean Reno. Jean Reno. It'd be amazing. So yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts. It's not good, but it is better than I've beat up on it. It is not Batman and Robin. It is not Spider-Man 3. It's very misguided. It's a poor mess. But it does have some good parts. A surprisingly solid third act, where even though, yeah, the baby Zillas riff off of the Raptors too much, I gotta give them credit. The tightness of that act and the slow escalation of everything really worked. It really, really worked. The explosions were great. Madison Square Garden blowing up was outstanding. As for Zilla herself, or himself, the design grew on me as it went. It was just, when you call that Godzilla, you're like, that's not Godzilla. 12 missiles killed this thing. It's an animal, it's dodging. I'm fine with this stuff, except for when you name that Godzilla. That's not Godzilla. But the design grew on me. I like what they did with Zilla in the animated show, and then what they've done in the comics. So I was cool with the design and the characterization, but they also didn't quite know what they wanted. They were treating it as majestic at points, but then 20 seconds later being like, let's kill it. And then at the end, when it's like, we have to kill Godzilla, we have to do this, they kill it, but then everybody's suddenly so sad that this animal is dying in front of them. And that tone is very inconsistent. So yeah, in short, it was a bad movie. I'm kind of glad I revisited it. Also gotta say, that Come With Me song, Puff Daddy featuring Jimmy Page, was a lot better than I remember it being. Getting Cashmere, but on a full electric the whole way through, that was pretty awesome. And the Wallflowers cover of Heroes is outstanding. So, interesting soundtrack. Some terrible cast, but some really good cast. But a mixed bag. I wouldn't mind if they ever revisited Zilla and other Godzilla stuff, just never beyond getting killed in 4 seconds and Final Wars. But that character doesn't need its own movie. Now, I've said before and I'll say again, I would love if you could do an animated movie based on the sequel of Zilla 98 that never got made, because that is substantially better than, at least reading wise, is substantially better than Zilla 98 was. And while we're at animated stuff that never got made, I'd love an animated version of I just can't remember the director's name, but the 94 movie that never got made. That would have been that could have been something. All right, just wanted to share those thoughts. Hope you're all having a good day. Sorry, Luna's pulling me, so I'm a little distracted, trying not to spill my coffee. I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out some Godzilla movies. And if you have watched Zilla 98 recently, let me know in the comments your thoughts. And also, I'm starting to revisit the animated series. I like it. I like it. All right, all that being said, hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and God bless, my friends. Peace!